Hello, the Cynical Bastard here with another episode talking about mental illness, the different types, how you can spot it, and telling the difference between them. There's three main types of mental illness. The more well-known ones are depression, anxiety, and manic depressive bipolar disorder. Now, everybody can feel anxious. Everybody can have anxiety about something. You're afraid of something, getting up in front of a crowd, a job interview, being around people, make people anxious. But normally, for normal people, it goes away. You know, clinical anxiety that people suffer with doesn't go away. And sometimes it can just happen for no reason. I suffer from clinical chronic anxiety. It can be brought on by life events, but it's hard to shake it. It doesn't go away. Fortunately, medication can help. A lot of people will just try to get on medication immediately for dealing with one of these illnesses. Sometimes that's not always the best answer. There's some mental exercises people can do, breathing exercises, regular exercise can help, talking to a counselor, a psychiatrist. And in the end, if it still doesn't work, get on medication. I finally found a medication that did help me with my anxiety. Moving on to depression, like I said, everybody gets depressed. You can have a death in the family. You go on that job interview and didn't get the job. You get laid off. Lots of things can happen in life where you get down. Usually people can get over it. They pick themselves up. Clinical depression, chronic clinical depression can happen and it doesn't go away. Sometimes it doesn't take anything to trigger it. It just happens. One thing about clinical depression, you can't just get over it. Never tell someone who's dealing with these kind of things to just get over it. Just be happy. It's not that easy. Don't tell somebody that about something you do not understand. Try to be empathetic. I do not have clinical reoccurring depression. I have had clinical depression with certain events that have happened in my past where I was really down and couldn't get out of it. Thankfully, I was able to get out of it eventually, and I don't deal with it often, just anxiety. The third one, a little more complicated out of the three, is manic depression or bipolar disorder. That's when you have really high highs and really low lows. Thank goodness I am not bipolar or manic depressive. I've never been diagnosed with that, never had those symptoms. Usually when I'm happy, I'm pretty normally happy. When I'm sad, I'm usually pretty normally sad. Like I said, I've had bouts where I have been really sad. Never bouts of really manic episodes where you have a lot of energy, can't get to sleep, think you can take on the world. Some people have big buying sprees, like on Amazon or something, rack up their credit card bills, wanting to buy everything. I've never dealt with that. Thankfully, I've only been ever diagnosed with one, and that's the anxiety, and it's rough. There are cases of manic depression in my family. Luckily, I dodged that bullet, but I know people that deal with it, and I'm sorry to them. I'm sorry that people deal with chronic depression. I've learned to deal with my anxiety. Like I said, I have had medication that has helped. But just know that people who deal with these illnesses, we're trying. We try every day. Sometimes it's a struggle. Just try to be empathetic, try to understand that we are trying. Sometimes it's hard. We appreciate your support. If you're a friend or family member, keep it up because it helps. It really does. I guess that's all I had. I just kind of wanted to share my thoughts on this. It's important to me. If you know anybody that deals with this, just let them know you're there. You don't have to try to fix the problem. Just be a friendly ear. Until then, until the next exciting episode of The Cynical Bastard, support your arts, because without art, the world would be even suckier than it is. I really appreciate the views I've been getting on my videos. If you'd like to comment, please do. Also, I'd like to put a plug for my friend Brad Fitzpatrick and his channel. We do movie reviews on what you should be watching. If you could subscribe to his channel, he also does gaming reviews and movies and stuff. So check him out. And I appreciate it. Until then, remember, I love you.